Now, the reason I got you on is you're one of the politicians, a broad cross-section of politicians from the Greens and Independents through Labor and the coalition parties who went to the US to lobby on behalf of Julian Assange. You must be very, very pleased with the outcome.
Well, it was a great surprise today, I have to say. I didn't expect it. We'd been hopeful for a little while that this would come to fruition. That trip back in September of last year was pretty unusual. We had people from all sides of politics in this country, all the way from Greens to Labor member Tony Zappia and Independents in Monique Ryan, myself and Barnaby Joyce. So it was a very diverse range on the political spectrum. But that was the thing I think that most resonated from what we could tell with the US lawmakers and the various departments over there, that they'd never seen such unity. And we were able to deliver the message that almost universally Australians wanted to see Julian home. Whether you think there was something to answer or there wasn't, people all had the view that enough was enough, and we delivered that message. I don't know what impact that ultimately had. I hope it had some, but that's pretty unusual in US politics, and it certainly hit the mark. The other thing I'd say about that is that many of them, having met with various different sides of their political spectrum as well, then went off and worked collaboratively on their Congress and their Senate as well in order to get things off the floor. So it was a very, very helpful trip, I think. Yeah,
look, well done. I think it's a good and sensible outcome. But what about the paradox of a bloke who founded WikiLeaks and who has now benefited from this quiet diplomacy, as his mother described it, and the secret negotiations to deliver this outcome, exactly relying on the sort of confidential diplomatic cables and the like that he's shown no respect for?
Well, I hadn't thought of that angle, Chris. It's very inventive to come up with that. Look, I don't know. And I think the other thing we should say is that we don't know. I mean, this is not 100% done yet. We want to be careful not to scare the horses on this. He's off to this province, or this strange area where there's a US jurisdiction in the Marianas Islands, and we'll see. It is all a bit clandestine at the moment, but if I was him, I'd want to keep my cards pretty close to my chest at this moment as well. He didn't
exactly.
Want US soil. He said if he hit US soil, he was of the view he would never return. So
how about that?
I completely understand.
Julian Assange recognising the value of government-to-government secrecy. How about that when it suits him? I appreciate your time, Alex. Sorry we had to rush it. We've got a crowded program tonight. Alex Antic there, Senator for South Australia for the Liberal Party. Now,